Welcome to Empath Inspiration, where you are honored for your ability to feel so much, so deeply. Each week, you will learn practical information, tools, and insights that empower empaths to live healthy, productive lives. Here's your host, author, intuitive, natural health and holistic nutrition consultant, and the developer of the Foundations Healing System, a revolutionary self-healing method designed specifically for empaths, Dr. Janice Carlin.
Hello and welcome to Empath Inspiration. Today I'm focusing on the topic of sensitives. If you've never heard this word before, it's just a simple way of describing highly and ultra-sensitive people and grouping them together with one word. It doesn't have any negative connotations unless you don't understand what sensitivity really means. So let's begin with the meaning of sensitivity, which is reactions to energy. It's that simple. We all react to different forms of energy. Having high sensitivity means that you react to more forms of energy and that the reactions can be more intense. And being an ultra-sensitive person means that you're highly reacted to many forms of energy and your reactions can be quite extreme. But it works to group all of these people with a high level of sensitivity together as sensitives, which means people who have strong reactions to multiple forms of energy. Okay? In general, it's not the reactions that feel good and benefit us that give us cause for any concern. It's the ones that harm us, make us feel overwhelmed, and make it hard to function to our highest capabilities in our lives that are the issue. And most of these are reactions to low vibrational energies that are toxic to us. But some are just reactions to energies that we can't process easily. And while some people can more easily detoxify low vibrational energies and ignore them, it's much more difficult for sensitives. Some people can eat just about whatever they want, whenever they want, and seem to keep trucking along day after day. A sensitive will react intensely to toxins in food and water, and even react differently to certain healthy foods on certain days or at certain times. There's nothing simple about being able to thrive on this planet as a sensitive. While some people may suffer from allergies or sensitivities to one or two things, sensitives react to multiple things. This is why it's so important to empower yourself with knowledge about how energy works and affects how you feel, and having the tools to work with energy to ease up on those reactions, keep yourself healthy, grounded, and feeling good. When I talk about sensitives, I'm talking about people who are sensitive to their core. This goes beyond any physical damage that's been caused to the body, resulting in the person having problems processing sensory stimulation. Sensitives are sensitive through and through. This means that on the soul level, we're more sensitive or reactive to the low vibrations we encounter on Earth on the soul level. You may have heard me talk before about what I call soul energy types. The ones I'm referring to as sensitives are generally otherworldly beings, like beings of the stars, incarnated angels, or incarnated light beings. So many of the energies here on Earth that are low vibrational are just simply unknown to them. They haven't experienced anything like this before where they're from. And they react as if they have no immunity to them whatsoever because they don't. Okay? That's just a piece that we need to have awareness of. What people fail to acknowledge when they're talking about health and well-being is that we are more than our bodies. We are souls and we have bodies. So to speak on solely physical levels about any of this is an incomplete approach. But likewise, to only speak on spiritual terms is also incomplete. When we separate the parts of ourselves, it doesn't lead us to the answers and solutions we need in order to be able to thrive in this world. Okay? For anyone, anybody, otherworldly or not, if you expose the body to too many low vibrations, it'll be damaged. Now, in this case, the soul doesn't have a safe, pure space to reside, and it'll most likely partially disconnect from the physical body, When this happens, the person becomes ungrounded and unable to be present. Why is this so serious? Why do I have to make sure I talk about this so much? Because as long as a person isn't completely present in their physical space, they can't successfully detoxify the low vibrations they encounter in each moment, especially if you're dealing with a sensitive person with a sensitive body, with a sensitive soul energy, and genetic polymorphisms that make it very difficult to detoxify toxins. Okay? It takes the full presence of the person to remain clear and to be healthy. So as the low vibrations and toxins build up, the body gets sicker and sicker, and the person becomes more and more out of balance. It's in the acceptance of ourselves as spiritual beings and the willingness to connect ourselves to our physical bodies that we'll be able to thrive. So in other words, your consciousness needs to be present so that you can keep these toxic elements away from your body. I really want you to hear that. I'm going to say it one more time. Your consciousness needs to be present in order to keep toxic elements away from your body. Sensitives have to work harder to accomplish this. They just do. We're more reactive, and so we tend to be judged more harshly than other people. But truthfully, there's nothing wrong with us. Sensitives aren't from the earth space where we have so much violence, pain, and disharmony. How can you judge an angel for not being able to be easily grounded with a human body in this space? You can't judge that. But what you can do is empower them and help them to do what they specifically need in order to be grounded. This is what everything I'm teaching is about. Everything in my Foundations healing system is to empower otherworldly beings to be able to be grounded and healthy. And so let's talk about what sensitive reactions look like. And this is a really, really empowering part. Sensitive reactions to low vibrations take the form of anything that doesn't feel good on any level. Okay, so they include things like pain anywhere, sneezing, coughing, hives, dizziness, sudden emotions that come out of nowhere like grief, sadness, anger, fear, when you're crying, screaming, you're head banging, you're stimming, talking very loudly when you can't control it, having rashes or swelling. Could be brain fog, aphasia, memory issues, hyperactivity, lethargy and fatigue, vomiting, nausea, diarrhea, anything that doesn't feel good or peaceful or harmonious is a reaction to low vibrational toxic energy. If it doesn't feel good, it's because you've come into contact on some level in some way with a low vibrational type of energy that's disharmonious with your own. I've said before that sensitives are the most important teachers the human race could ever hope to have. Low vibrations abound on Earth right now. Physical ones are in food and water and air and cleaning products and body products, medications, beverages, they're everywhere. Non-physical ones exist on an etheric level and float around, entering our energy fields and the spaces around us. They cause pain and discomfort and misery. They stem from the fact that people continue to perpetuate violence, fear, and inequality. Essentially, the whole of humanity is impacting itself. These energies don't just go away or not affect us. Energy is interconnected with itself. Sensitives experience this interconnectedness more deeply than other people do. We aren't broken for having this quality. We're the most important teachers the human race could ever hope to have. If no one was reacting to the chemicals and violence on Earth right now, how would we truly know how harmful they are? We're witness to how long it's still taking for people to listen to the Earth's painful reactions that show up like global warming and severe weather events. If they won't listen to the Earth, then people with voices have to be the ones to get through to them. Unfortunately, many sensitives are without the ability to speak verbally. Their cries and their pain are unmistakably heard by all those around them. In fact, the cries of our world are heard through them. The destruction of plants, animals, entire ecosystems, and the planet itself is felt and known by sensitives. please know and understand that the more grounded a person is, the better they're going to be able to feel. The less grounded, the worse they're going to feel. And that's why I share so much in my work of what sensitive people can do to be grounded. And people like to make up labels for sensitives. It's a way of judging what they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear that they need to change their lifestyles in order to accommodate the chemical and emotional sensitivities of their children, patients, and their students. They don't want to hear that the diet soda they're drinking is nothing but a mix of toxic chemicals that's damaging to their bodies and the earth. The effects which are felt within sensitives. They don't want to believe that every one of their actions has an effect on other people. But these effects are real. Interconnection is real. Sensitives' pain is real, but it doesn't belong to us. So I'm going to share with you now the key for sensitives to be able to thrive here. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. The key to sensitives being able to thrive on earth is to diligently and consistently work with energy to remain present and grounded, including letting go of and clearing away all low vibrations, toxic energies from our bodies and our energetic space. When the toxins are taken out of our lives and we work with energy to clear the low vibrations away and we choose to remain present and grounded, sensitives can thrive. So I say, sensitives, take back your power. Don't let anyone lead you to believe that you're flawed because you feel and react more deeply to low vibrations than they do. Don't let anyone convince you that you're broken or need to be medicated because you react differently or strongly to low vibrations. Sensitives are powerful beings. We all have to learn how to care for ourselves in the ways that we need, rather than what someone else thinks we need. Sensitives have different needs than other people because we have a significant purpose that you've heard me talk about before. We have to help to get the toxins out of this world, partially through bringing awareness about them to other people. The more sensitives who choose to be present and do the work to clean out their own lives, the more the earth will be served and every living thing on it will find benefit. So sensitives, take back your power. You aren't a label. You aren't a science experiment. You aren't someone's patient because you're struggling to live here. You're reacting, and you can stop the reactions. You can stop them. There's so much that doctors, teachers, and therapists aren't telling you that you need to know. That's why I share the information that helps sensitives be able to be grounded so they can feel better and be healthier and stronger through my website and my books and this podcast. Being a sensitive has nothing to do with being weak. It's about being reactive. You can step into your own power right now by deciding to stay with your body and show up in your full presence. This will give you the strength that you need to detoxify yourself so you can begin to thrive. Sensitives can lead the way into the new earth, which exists only in peace, prosperity, and wellness for all. But each sensitive has to care for themselves first by getting the low vibrations out of their own lives in every way possible. So, what constitutes a low vibrational toxic energy? You have to know so that you don't get confused about what you hear other people saying. Okay? First and foremost are chemicals. These include pesticides, preservatives, additives, herbicides, fungicides, insecticides, artificial flavors, and colors. Listen, all of this is in our food supply. You go into the grocery store or in a restaurant, you're going to eat that stuff. Okay? Also chemicals, medications, chemicals in body and household cleaning products. We also have genetically modified foods. There's MSG, chlorine, and fluoride added to our water supplies. Additional toxic energies include viruses, nicotine, caffeine, heavy metals, alcohol, and sugar. All things that people bring to themselves and make the choice that, it's okay to expose myself to these things, but it's not. It's toxic. It's low vibrational. On another level, there's war, violence, hatred, judgment, fear, radiation, and the beliefs in separation and superiority. When these are regular and these are allowed to be a regular part of a sensitive's life, there's no room left for thriving and wellness. So I will end on a higher note with a sharing of a manifesto for sensitives that I wrote. I know that I am a sensitive being. I know that I react to the low vibrational toxic energies here on earth. I know that there is absolutely nothing at all wrong with me because I react to these energies. I know that this world is struggling and that I'm here with a purpose to help people see what needs to be changed right now. I know that it is important for me to keep as many toxins away from myself that I possibly can. I know that I have chosen to live here with a body. I know that I have to remain present with my body in order to be healthy, strong, and fulfill my mission and purpose for being here. I know that someday people will stop labeling people like me with disorders because they will understand the truth about how energy and toxins affect people in the earth. I know that I am brave for being here. I stand in my power and my truth always. Please listen to that as many times as you need. Okay? And stand in your power and your truth. Thank you so much for listening today. If you or your children are sensitives, please keep searching for the tools you need so that you can heal and be well. You can find so many on my website, empoweredthriving.com, including my Foundations Healing System and a link to my course, Masterful Empath, and my other books. And until next time, stay empowered and step into your power as a sensitive.
Thank you for listening today. Please join us next week as Janice answers listener questions and provides more inspiration and practical applications for you to live a healthy, productive life as an empath.